Good day, it's Dr. McLean with Vital Energy Chiropractic. Today, I want to talk to you about your cerebellum and why it's so important for your overall health and how to take care of your cerebellum so you can age gracefully. So if we think about 100%, the cerebellum only has 10% of the brain's volume, but it contains 80% of the brain's neurons. So it's obviously a pretty important area. And it does a couple different things. It takes information in from our body to coordinate our movement. So if you think about moving your arm, you've got to contract your biceps. You got to activate the biceps, but at the same time, your triceps have to relax. So if you think about the miracle it is just that we can walk upright, we have all this coordination of movement, that comes from the cerebellum. Now they used to think that's all that the cerebellum did. But now they found that it also affects how we relate to things like pleasure and pain, how to do a task, how to understand language. And they did a really cool study in New Zealand, a chiropractic study, showing that when older adults, when they got adjusted, that it improved their sensation and their placement of their foot, so they could have a better sensation of where their foot was in space. So cerebellum is responsible for taking that information from our body and where we relate to our body in space. And so how does the information get from your body up to your brain? Well, it has to travel through nerves, and those nerves have to travel through where? Through your spine. So this is how chiropractic care influences your brain. And so you think about this, as somebody gets older, they're having problems with relating to things like pleasure and fear and even language, and they start to have cognitive decline when it's really a spinal issue. It's not a brain issue, but it's a brain issue because the spine's not working the right way. So I know very little about car engines, but I know with these modern car engines, you could have a perfectly working engine, but one of the computer chips can malfunction and the engine now can't work the right way because it can't coordinate the function. And it's the same thing with our brain, specifically our cerebellum. If our spine is restricted in certain areas and not moving the right way, or it's in a malposition, that's going to disturb the information traveling up into our brain, and it's going to affect our emotions, it's going to affect our physical movement. So when you're getting adjusted, your chiropractic care is really about your health. It's about health care. It's not about treating your back pain or your neck pain. Now, that's a really cool byproduct. Typically, you feel better when you get adjusted, and we know that you heal better, but it's really about your brain health. So as you want to age gracefully, as you get older, if you want to still be able to physically move the way that you want to, if you want to stay out of the nursing home, you want to live on your own, you want to live independently, you want to have your cognitive functions as you get older, one of the best things you can do is take care of your spine and nervous system. So when you think, gosh, I don't really want to do my spinal rehab exercises, think about your elder years and how it's going to affect your brain function. I don't want to take the time to go get adjusted, but again, you want to be healthy. So think about that as taking care of your brain and your brain health as you get older, and how much of an influence it has of getting your spine adjusted.